Hey, everybody. I want to welcome you into this training session here where we're talking about internal marketing for chiropractic growth, ensuring your next yes happens inside your practice because they are already there. So let's go ahead and get started. Your next yes is already inside your practice. Use internal marketing to drive growth. The power of professional signage. Can you believe people have actually told me, oh, I haven't got my signage out? Well, how do people find you if you don't have signage? That means outside the office, inside the office. So let's take a second and talk about that. We have to be visible to be found. A lot of teams say, I don't have signage. This is the first missed opportunity. Branding confirms your authority the moment a patient walks in. I'm going to say it happens even before they walk in, from the things that they say in the community, but also what is out on the street, what's facing the street. Is there a little kiosk that says your business name? If there isn't, there should be. Or do you have the right signage from outside? Is that on the top of your building? Is it on the window? Those things need to be clear, as well as when a person walks into your business. Is your branding on the front door so they know they're walking into the right place? When they walk in, do you have your branding behind the front desk? These are key little things that do make a difference. Branding is something that we see over and over and over again. That's why commercials work so well. We see it now on social media. We're seeing branding from people's stuff showing up on their feed, on our feeds over and over again. So that's how people start to remember who you are. And if you're not doing that visually on your building, in the inside of the building, on the forms and the paperwork that you have in the office, you need to change that right away. So reception desk branding, like we were saying, when you walk in, does it clearly say your organization name? Service menus in the exam rooms, posters, wall art, does it have your branding? Not every single thing needs your branding, but most of it should, and having educational stuff there for your patients. Captive educational moments. I want to talk about this because every single encounter that the person has in your practice or in your business should be an opportunity to educate them on the services or the things that you offer. So one is the waiting area or the reception area. Use this time for awareness of services that maybe they're currently not utilizing. Have educational brochures so they can learn about services they'll be receiving. People feel good about meeting with a case manager, hearing what they've already read about, because a published piece of information feels much better than somebody's personal opinion. Somebody's personal opinion could just be trying to sell them. So make sure you have educational information that they can learn about. So when they hear it from your case manager, the doctor, the nurse practitioner, some other team member, it locks it in as, oh, I already heard that before. Yeah, because you gave them information that built their knowledge bank, and that confirms and makes them more comfortable in your practice. The bathroom, yes, the bathroom, you have a captivated audience there. So if you have a symptom, a service, a special, something like that that you're promoting for the week, make sure it's on the door. So when people sit on the toilet, they see it on the door. Or if they're standing up, make sure that it's on the wall there. So you have a captive audience for a few seconds. So make sure your informational stuff is updated every week as you change things around. The adjustment room or the rehab bay. This is a place where you can put digital screens or wall posters that highlight a symptom, service, supplement, or special of the week. And that's showcased there. I love having TVs on that promote our different services or supplements or talks that we have coming up. So keep it moving, because that unfortunately is how the brain works. If there's a poster there, it becomes almost invisible in part of the wall. They no longer really see that. But if you hang something up and it's slightly tilted, it'll catch the attention of the person. Or if the TV is moving and those slides are going along, it captivates people's attention, because we're in the world of now scrolling. Everything has to be moving to captivate our attention. Education is your best tool. Every encounter with a patient is a chance to teach based on a supplement, a symptom, a service, a special, something that you have going on, make sure that your team is congruent with the message. Increased awareness leads to increased adoption of the services that you offer. So one is nutritional supplementation from Optimal Health Systems on Muscle RX. It tells people what it does. So those who work out and feel sore afterwards are going to find value and naturally be attracted to reading this information. Achieving message congruency. Marketing should be congruent all the way across the board. Social media aligns with what you have going on in the office. Symptom, supplement, service, or special that you have going on. Physical signage, visual reminders in the adjustment bay, the rehab bay, the bathrooms. Let's get those updated regularly. Don't leave something hanging there forever because, again, it just becomes blind. I think of the Febreze commercial. You become nose blind. You actually become brand blind, that you're not seeing this stuff because you leave it up too long. Team scripting. Every staff member is speaking the same language, promoting the focus of the week. So we talk about that at staff meeting. Hey guys, this is what we're going to be promoting next week. We talk about it. It could be, if it's a service, what are the indications, contraindications, what are the benefits, and what's the elevator pitch? Everybody practices that. So we're saying the same message all the way across the board. So it sticks in with the patients and it builds a level of curiosity. Patient handouts, concrete information for them to take home. Published information is better received than verbal information that they may feel perceived. Okay, so if we're talking at them, it may be really good information, but to them, it's our opinion. When something is published and it's on a piece of paper, like one of these brochures here, they say, this is publicated information. I'm going to trust that. So the weekly focus and your strategy is this. Focus on a symptom, a service, a supplement, a special, which we have here. So symptom could be a common issue, TextNet, because we're looking now like this all the time. Then what is its solution? Or we can focus on a supplement. We educate the benefits of this internal product and how it's helped other people. Maybe we have testimonials about that. Or some of the products you can get sample packs for. Service or special. Shine the light on a service, sorry, that's spelled incorrectly, or therapy or event. Build more awareness in your practice. The people who know, like, and trust you are already there. Tap into helping them understand and equipping them to go out and be your office's little advocates and warriors. They'll tell their friends. Every person that you care for has a circle of influence of 10 or more. So if you really want to radically transform lives, educate your patients so they can go out and do the same thing with their family and their friends. Creating the right environment. Systemic awareness, your adjustment tables and your clinical space should do some of the work for you. Educational posters, clear branded environment builds trust and curiosity. Sometimes people say, hey, what was that thing on the TV about Muscle RX? What is that? And then it gives your team the opportunity to talk about that specific supplement, which you guys have already talked about in staff meeting. So be well equipped. Ask yourself, does my space teach the patient while they wait? We should have educational stuff that our patients are always able to learn from the environment that they're in. So 4-week action plan. I'm going to say life rewards urgency. Do this now. I wouldn't wait so long, but model this and check in for the next 4 weeks to ensure that it's dialed in. Identify missing signage or posters. Could be on your social media as well. What are we putting on there? Is it congruent with what we're talking about in the office? And then select your first focus of the week. Is it going to be a symptom, a supplement, a service, a special? Pick something to focus on. And then you want to train your team. So brief them on the new scripting. What is it? What's its indications? What's its contraindications? What are the benefits? What's the elevator pitch? And then deploy. We're going to sync the signage on our social media. We're going to make sure that we have flyers up in the office. We're going to make sure that our staff is doing table talk around that specific topic. So be blessed, stay focused. Internal marketing isn't just about sales. It's about better care through educating patients and building awareness. That's what we do. We want to create a practice that is a referral-based practice because people love us, they're getting results, and of course, they want to save their friends and family so that they can achieve the same results, if not better. If you have any other questions, we would love to hear. If you want us to cover different topics or concepts, please let us know. Your feedback is so valuable. Share those in the comments below. We are here to help. Be blessed, be a blessing, and we'll see you next time.
If this helped, give this video a like and share it with someone who needs this.